Breaking the Wall of Safety Without Thinking. Brionny Hooper, Scion, New Zealand.
Imagine you're about to cross a busy street. You take a step onto the road, suddenly you hear screeching tyres, and you turn to see a truck hurtling towards you. What goes through your mind? Our brain can think two ways, the tortoise and the hare. Thinking like the tortoise takes time and effort. We weigh the pros against the cons and eventually decide. Thinking like the hare is much faster. We do whatever we have to without thinking. Safety's framework today teaches our workers to think like the tortoise. They are trained to consider every conceivable risk, the belief being the more information, the safer the decision. But what if we don't have time to stop and think? Remember that truck? Do you stand in the middle of the road and assess your options, or do you get out of the way? Now, I research people who work where the stakes are life and death. The danger and the tragedy of teaching these people to think like the tortoise is easy to see. In forestry alone, despite a huge focus on safety, we've still lost over 50 workers in accidents in the last 10 years. What we need to be teaching these workers is how to react without thinking, like the hare. It's the only way to get them out of harm's way in time to save their lives. So I'm going to find workers who are really good at quick thinking and use VR simulation, biometrics and brain scanning to uncover the strategies that they use, and then I'm going to teach these strategies to other workers. So think about driving through a roundabout. When we're learning, we slow right down on the approach to make sure it's clear in all directions. But as experienced drivers, we generally just look to our right. We only use the one input, so our decision to go is instant. But we can only do this after we've driven through hundreds of roundabouts. So you might be wondering how I can teach someone fast thinking without years of experience. Workers in high-risk industries learn on the job, so I'm going to teach them the strategies of fast thinking on the job using augmented reality. Something like a head-up display on a helmet visor. Workers will wear this as they work, and it will guide their fast thinking until it becomes a habit, and they can react without thinking. With this research, we look not only to science and technology for answers, but to our people doing the job every day. Thank you very much.